I remember being on the playground and having a lot of kids kind of confused as to why I wasn't speaking to them or engaging in play. And on the outside, it might seem like I was shy or being rude, but in reality, it's because I couldn't actually talk to them. I had what was called speech difficulties and language challenges to my language. And what that really means is that I couldn't describe what was happening in the room. I couldn't say, John is sitting at a desk, Irene is in front of a table. I couldn't do any of that. But what that did, I think, was, when you find yourself in that position and you can't interact with the world outside of you, you go inward, you go into your mind. What it did for me was I started to build this crazy imagination where I can create these worlds and characters and textures and stuff and kind of live them. And what I realized now, way back then, was that skill in itself was going to serve me to become the filmmaker that I am today. Colour to me is extremely important, so these places that are monochromatic or they're popping almost like candy at you, right down to the point where the textures, the grain structure, you can even, dare I say, even smell the places. And to be honest with you, I'm really grateful for that traumatizing childhood. I think what's kind of crazy about the ProArt PA32UCX is all the tech that comes packed with. You see, it empowers indie filmmakers like myself with the tools to operate at a top level. Technology like this usually comes in about over 10 grand, and for me, that's exclusive to post houses. It's genuinely a pipe dream for me to afford something like this. But to be able to have a full 10-bit color accurate HDR monitor in the comfort of my own home, it's quite a liberating thing. You see, as I was saying before, I spend a lot of time developing worlds, and I have a very particular view of how that world should be colored. But it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to get it right away. Because I'm an independent filmmaker, I don't really have the resources to spend weeks in a post house, although I would love to. I end up finding I have a very short window of time to do that. But having something like this in my own home, what I found myself doing is bringing the project back here and stagnating the post house process. That allows me to sit here, open it Resolve at any time or when inspiration strikes, and play around with the project and try things out. And what that's done for me in my process is allowed me to add that extra layer of perfectionism where I couldn't have it. And I think something like that can't be understated. One of the most recent projects I've completed was a music video commissioned by artist India Rose. During the consultation period, I knew immediately that this world had to pop. It had to feel like you were on a high. With that particular design, we kind of went for a much more really bright reds and greens. And that really blossomed on a screen that has 1,000 nits and in HDR. Just being able to see those colours and that level of accuracy was pretty awesome. What's quite interesting about this particular project is that we didn't have enough money to hire a colour grader or a post house. So me and my cinematographer got together with this beautiful 4K panel and did what any other self-respecting independent filmmaker would have done and graded the film here. So I guess in your own little way, we brought the post house home.